I'm just inspired and moved by your story, Mirna and Diana's, and
Yeah.
just know that you have impacted my life. And I'm in Buenos Aires, and just hearing the stories, all your stories, um, have gone before us and walked your journeys, encourage us, right? I guess that's part of the purpose of these calls.
Yeah.
um, uh,
Gracias,
anyway.
gracias,
No, gracias a
gracias a
vos,
Dios.
gracias a vos, gracias a vos. Okay, I'm Claudia Zimmerman. Kyle and I have been serving in Buenos Aires now for 18 years. I've lost track. I guess I should start saying going on the 19th year after August, but yeah, 18 years. Um, it's an exciting season for us in our church. We have been working with two church plants, some a little bit more directly and some not as directly, but in the support of being in the church leadership. And so both church plants have been officially accepted by the presbytery here as mission churches, which is funny because the name of our church is La Misión. So it gets really confusing because it's like, haven't we always been a mission church? Like for our the congregation's just like lost, like, because Marcelo won't use the word independent because no church in a presbytery is independent. So he'll try to use the word particularized, and it just makes people more confused. So anyway, it's been a great education opportunity of our denomination. So both churches, it's a testimony to the presbytery and also to churches back home in the United States because it is one of the poorest churches in the presbytery. We are in the poorest area of the city of Buenos Aires, and this church has planted a church in the most affluent area of Buenos Aires, something that they told our pastor could not be done, and it has been done. And we're planting two churches in that area. And one is now a mission church, and the other one is Palermo, where Kyle and I also continue to work. The other church is out in the province where Kyle has the carpentry program and school and the micro enterprise, and they too have been accepted as a mission church. So, Lord willing, those pastoral candidates will continue to move forward. There's a search committee, and all that is in effect. The elders are being trained, and so we're excited. So that's a praise, and Lord willing, in November, the next step will happen. I don't know all the steps to be, but and so um, Kyle is excited because he's been able to take on three new apprentices. And so one he shared about Giselle last time. Um, Jutiel, we're sharing in our next newsletter as well, is a young man that has been in the Merlot Church. We've known him, we've seen him grow up. He was in one of Kyle's earlier classes. Now he's turning 18. His father passed away. He was a man in the church that was just a servant heart and would make all the asados here. Grilling and asados are a big feast festival, a big gathering point. And Jose would be our asador, the guy who would do all that. And so we feel his loss, and Jutiel has been broken ever since. And Kyle had this opening for an apprentice, and he wrote his mom, and his mom was just so excited to have him there with Kyle. And Jutiel says, "Can I bring a friend?" Nata. And Kyle's like, "Sure." Well, this kid is unchurched, knows nothing about God, and has just been sitting through the Bible studies before learning. And so we just praise God for these two new guys, Jutiel and Nata. And poor Giselle is an older woman there trying to hold down the fort and working well. Just thankful she doesn't have to travel 2 hours to and from to clean a home, where she can just stay in the area, learn carpentry, and is excited and is hearing the gospel, has started going to church. So we just praise God. They're small steps, but they're big for us and big for the church. And we just praise God for them. Um, Nata and Jutiel will be going on the youth camp with all the congregations at the end of August. And so we just praise God for that vision of our church. Like Mirna said racial conciliation is huge here in Latin America and in Buenos Aires as well. You have a very affluent European culture, and then you have a very poor pockets of areas where um, you have, different cultures and different class system that happens as well. And so for our church to be in four distinct areas of the city and province to join and do ministry together, like camps, like retreats, like church in general, just really does break those cultural barriers, cultural, social, and economic barriers. And so we praise God to see that happening. Well, what Kyle was saying about me and my role changes is this year, um, the session of the church and the pastor have asked me to step away from the children's ministry and the church administration and dig deep into organizing Bible education and some of the programs in the church that lead to evangelism and teaching. And so I'm really thankful. We've had two courses. One was one about how to live your life gospel centered. It's a Tim Chester book. It's very good. We just did that in two of the congregations. We just did Alpha in Flores. And yes, that was with a lot of spiritual warfare from the coldest day in the book, below zero here for Argentina with three little heaters, to no electricity another day where we did it with battery powered LED lights and the iPad, to having, people have family members pass away right before Alpha. I mean, it's just been intense. And so we just praise God. It was a smaller group, but it was accomplished, and love handing out those Bibles during the Bible talk. And so, anyways, we praise God, and we'll be doing another Alpha in Palermo, but this one will be the Marrieds course. And lastly, we just started an online class on the Old Testament. So it's been neat. It's changes are hard, but this is where I do enjoy being more, and I do enjoy teaching, and I do enjoy coordinating. And so I have to admit it was a good call on the pastor's part. And sometimes we all need those pushes from where we're just comfortable and doing what needs to be done. And sometimes you just need to let someone else do it and focus on another area. And it's been good, and we praise God for that. So and keep praying for Oscar. You guys have been praying for Kyle's right hand man. He's still in the hospital. He still has the skin infection, and we're just praying he can get out. He is miserable. We measure it according to World Cup days. He watched the entire World Cup in the hospital. Like, we're like, oh my gosh, and he's still in there. So just praying for him that he can get out. And he said he's ready to help Kyle get these young guys into shape. So it'll be good, and just pray for his spirits. Um, on the family front, the usual, just keep praying for our kids. The TCK, MK thing, I just see it more and more as adults. Um, all the struggles to find your place and understand the world and yourself. And so we just appreciate prayers for that. Abby and Sarah fly back on Saturday. Sarah's been here 3 weeks, and she's enjoying being home. And Abby's been home the whole 3.5 months, really just wants to stay home. And so we'll see. And Isaiah's still figuring out what's next. And so we just appreciate your prayers for the three of them. And Kyle and I. So thank you very, very much.